get in on this deal, you must visit the Russell location. I mean, yeah, that's where you got to go for the free gringo tacos. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? If you're just like, I don't have gas for that, but I have money for tacos, just go to the other one. But yeah, Pinches Tacos, because who else doesn't love tacos, man?
Hey, this is Paul Shortino, and you're listening to Jay's Rockin' Comedy Show!
We are live on RadioVegas.Rocks, episode number 1264. We've only got 2 shows left after today for 2020, and doing something now that doesn't happen very often. The cameras in the studio are on, everybody.
Uh-oh.
So you can go to the RadioVegas.Rocks Facebook page, and you can watch it there. You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on my personal page. Yeah. So check it out so you can...
Every way I look, it seems like I'm not looking at the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're actually looking at that one. That's the one that's on.
Jay, do you have the toilet camera on, too?
Do I have what?
Do you have the toilet camera on, too? In case I got to make a poop.
Nobody wants to see that.
Somebody might want to.
But it's J9, maybe.
No.
All right, but
Dad asked for it.
joining us in the studio right now, it's been about 7 years since he has been on the show. He's been a busy, busy guy. Frederick De Silva's here, everybody.
Yay!
Had a show at Bally's. Hopefully it returns after COVID.
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
Are you going to be in the same showroom, the smaller one, or are they going to do some cool stuff?
Well, they are, with the COVID thing, they asked me right away in April if I was willing to move to a bigger showroom so we could accommodate. And I say, you know what, I'd like to be back to the showroom that I know, that I'm comfortable with. And, my show is not about, it's very intimate and people
That's what
come
I was going to say.
stage.
Yeah, your show's very intimate.
It's not really the spirit of the show to do something social distancing. I like to be close to people, and people, we throw these frisbees and people come on stage, and so I'd rather take a year off or whatever and just come back when things will be back to normal instead of coming with a poorer version of the show. I don't really like the idea to, something that takes 20 years to build and perfect, now you're saying, okay, can you come up with something in 1 month? But it's not going to be as good. And I think the audience deserves to have the same quality of entertainment that they used to. So
yeah, I don't think I could imagine your show in like the old Jubilee showroom. I mean,
that's what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
I mean, so they took these shows that were in showrooms of 200 and 300 seats, and they now turned them in. They moved the show to bigger theaters, which is highly cost. Where you have to reprogram all the lights and everything, and then you have a small show in a big stage, so it looks, it doesn't look the same. And now you have to perform for less than 50 people, and you have 2,000 seats empty. It's just
not only would it be weird to see your show in that big showroom, but shows like Tony and Tina's wedding. Like it's like a small show anyway.
Yeah.
And now here's like 30 people in this auditorium that is so big.
Well, the thing is, I will throw the frisbees, and nobody will come.
Yeah, because he just got this one section. Yeah,
that's got to be a weird conversation too, because here you're like, let's say, I'm not naming names or anything, but you're an executive or whatever, you're running the show department, and then you come to you and you've taken 20 years to perfect the show in this specific space. Like, yeah, can you do it in a bigger show? Can you come up with a new show in, I don't know, about 30 days? That took you 20 years to do it, but can you just chop dime holding up $1, sweetheart, let's go. Like, what?
Well, and the nature of the show, I mean, like the very last days when I was performing and all these kind of rules came in, I realized that every second I was doing something was wrong. Just giving a microphone to someone and then pass the microphone to the second person, just say your name. You couldn't do that. I mean, you can't give a piece of paper and a marker to someone. You can't ask someone to take a card. You can't borrow a dollar bill. You can't touch people. You have to say, I mean, it's just everything starts to get extremely complicated. So yeah, I decided just to take it sometime.
That's kind of like what Anthony Cools told us too. Is like before the lockdown, he did the best week of shows he'd ever done in a really long time. So he goes, if I have to retire with that being the last week of shows I ever did, it'd be awesome. Because he goes, there's no way I can do a show without going up there and not whispering into somebody, you know, and then they just, you know,
Hypnotism is probably the most difficult.
Yeah,
thing.
so he's like, if it comes back, it comes back. If not, it's not. So he stayed home and he learned how to do other things like plumbing.
Well, he has, I think, 5 or 6 companies.
Yeah, he's got airplanes. He's got all kinds.
Yeah, he's good.
Did you? What have you done during your downtime besides travel and go to Cali and?
Yeah, I went to California a lot. I took I became a captain because I love boats. I live on the lake, Lake Mead, not Lake Las Vegas, but Lake Mead. So every day I travel 2.5 hours to go back and. So yeah,
that would suck if you forgot the anchor one day and you come back and it's out in the middle of the lake.
Well, things go wrong in boat all the time anyway. So yeah, we were bringing people on cruise in California. I didn't say who I was. I just pretend to be a captain and yeah, we had some fun time. Then I went back to Europe. I visit my family that usually I couldn't because I was working 50 weeks a year for 8 years at Bally's. And so, I mean, I just enjoy taking time off. I can't wait to go back on stage, but I want to do it the right way, and I don't want to do anything that is not as good as it used to be.
Was that a shock to the system?
Of course.
After 8 years of
every
6 nights a week.
You know, I did my show on the 14th of March, and I say, okay, goodbye everybody, like see you tomorrow, like the same thing over and over. And I went to eat at Paris Hotel like I do every day, and I left my shirt on my dressing room, like you do every day. You've been doing that for years. And then I'm at the gym, and I receive a text message from Damien Costa, which is the director of entertainment of Caesars. And I know that, Damien and I mean, we never, if he texts me at 9:15, it's bad news. And basically he asked me, can you call me back? And I call him back, and he asked me, well, I'm going to call you back, but I want your authorization that we're going to record this conversation because it's extremely confidential. So I say, okay, and I think that it's getting really dramatic, And basically, he calls me back. Is that okay if we record this? I say yes. I say, well, we don't want you to learn tomorrow when you will read the press what's going on. We love you. We respect you. We really admire you. We're part of the family. But tomorrow morning, there's no show in Las Vegas anymore. And I was like totally in shock. And I went there the next day. They told me, well, you can take, if you have personal items that you need, you can just go to your dressing room and take them. So I went there, and then I see, that there were all the slot machines, with rubber, with, the tape everywhere. And then, people were told to leave at noon. So, that was crazy. The next day, you had people flying from all over the world, arriving in Vegas, on the middle of the desert, and the casinos were saying, people, you have to leave your showroom at noon. And you can't even say, well, I'll go to the next casino, because the next casino was saying the same thing. Yeah. This was, it was shocking. Yeah. And still today, I think I'm still...
It's like a movie.
Yeah. I'm still in shock.
It's the longest 2-week flatten the curve.
Yeah. 15 days, Jay. It's December 7th. It's a hell of a 15 days they got there.
Yeah, that 2-week thing also was very, people were so misled by that. In 2 weeks, if you tell you're not going to get paid for 2 weeks, or your show closed for 2 weeks, well, you're not going to sell your car, you're not going to sell your house, you're not going to say, okay, take all the lights of my show and I don't want to rent them anymore because it would cost you more money. So, you don't stop your advertising, you don't say, let's unwrap all the buses because it costs $15,000 to put the sticker back. Right. So people say, okay, well, for 2 weeks, we'll do that for 2 weeks, but then it was another 2 weeks. So you're in the same situation. You're not going to close everything, because and now it's a month, and then people go bankrupt because of that way to handle things, Yeah. And then I know performers that went back to Europe, and then they couldn't come back because the travel bans. So
Right.
now the shows want to reopen, and the artists are in Europe, and they cannot come back. So now they have to hire people that are locals. I mean, just the entire thing is just just incredible. So I'm lucky that it's just me on stage and I don't have assistants or whatever. So it's easier for me. That's why I say to Bally's, if you're not in rush, I'll start whenever you want. But yeah, it's a crazy times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane. But you're gonna do some trickery
Okay.
today.
All right. Yeah, I'm excited. Haven't seen you for 7 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So I text you and I say, would you like to bring me some books? Because I like to do that with books. And you bring me 2 books that are exactly the same.
No, you got books right there.
Oh, yeah.
Those books,
we bring other books. All right, can you tell us about this book? First of all, it's the first time that I touched a book. You guys have been watching. I mean, this
Right.
is extremely fair. Okay, I say, I don't even want. So what is this? Oh, there's a little card inside of the book. Maybe you want to take it. All right. And for people watch, so what is this book that you just...
Well, he was a
bring
guest
us?
on our show a couple weeks back,
Okay.
Papa Joe, and he lost over 250 pounds by just eating at the 99-cent store, spending $50 a week.
Oh.
And he became like the ambassador of the 99-cent store, and he's got a pretty cool story. So he
So you bring us this book.
so he sent
here.
us a copy of the book, and we got it today.
Oh,
So
perfect.
you
Okay.
needed a book. There you go.
So let's start. Maybe I will do something with you here, my friend.
All right,
I will
let's go.
flip the page. Oh, so I'm not going to look at the cameras. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to close my eyes. Okay.
All right.
Say stop whenever you want.
Stop.
Memorize the first word on the top of the page, but please say nothing out loud. First word on the top, say nothing.
Just
Tell
the
me.
first word?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have it?
Got it.
Can I close the book and I will give you the book? All right. And since they are the same book, well, let's use this one here. I'm going to give this one here to my friend. You're going to open the book at any page you want. Think of any word anywhere on the book and close the book. Can't be more fair. Don't even point for the word. So even if someone is watching, we don't know which word. And take a long word. The longer, the better. Take your time. Here we go. Open the book at any page. All right. Open it. Okay. Then take a long word in your mind and just close the book and put the book back here. All right. So there's no way for me to tell you anything about these words that you're thinking of. And maybe I will start with you as I'm talking to you right now. I would like you to start to think of the first letter and just in your mind start to say that letter in your mind over and over and over and over. Exactly like I. Is that the letter I that you're saying?
Am I supposed to answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Think of the second letter and just start to say it over and over. N. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. You have a word in your mind too? Here we go. Think of the first letter. What is the first letter? Just say it out loud. Say the first letter.
Say it.
Yes. V. Start to say V in your mind so I can hear you. Here we go. Oh, interesting. The word you're thinking of, we're doing media here. It's something somehow related to media. Does it make sense to you? It's something that contains a kind of media. Are you thinking of the word instead?
Jesus! That's awesome!
Are you thinking of the word video cassette? Yes.
How?
That's amazing.
He's a wizard, Jay.
Yeah, always have positive thoughts. You never
Yeah.
know who can read them. Jay,
Yes.
do we have time? I'll do.
Yeah,
I'll
we
do
got
all
lots
the
of
time.
time. Yeah, we got lots of
And
time.
again, we never met before. I
No.
mean, this is not a setup, and we never met before. This because people always think that people are stooges or things have been set
No.
up in advance.
I've never met this man before. I don't even know how to spell the word instead. I had to repeat it back in my head a couple times. Like, I think that's what that word means.
Jay, you're not a stooge neither,
No.
Well, I'm just kidding.
and I'd like to do something about memories, If I would ask you to think of the first person you kiss, or maybe your first love, or would you have someone in mind?
Yes.
Okay. Did you tell me what name it is? Did you tell me what is the name that you think? So do you have a first name in your mind? Okay. Did you tell me?
Did I tell you? No, I did not.
Okay. Did you say to anybody here?
I did not.
I'm going to ask the people here. Do you know what is the name of the first girl he kissed? No.
No.
No? And no. Did you make a post on Facebook one day to say, so there's no way for me to know you're the only person?
And this person doesn't even live on social media, so
Okay.
yeah.
All right. How long have you seen that person? What was the last time?
Junior high.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Think of the first letter, and as I'm talking to you, just start to say it in your mind over and over and over and over. Very good. Isn't it interesting that your name is J, and the letter you're saying is J?
Yeah, that's weird, but yes.
Yeah. Just start to say it over and over in your mind, the name, the first name. I'm hearing Jennifer.
Correct.
Nice.
Like,
Wait,
Doc,
do me
like-
now. Do me now. Do the same
How
thing.
did that happen?
Do me now. Do me now. All right, let's go. Let's go. I know that. Okay.
You already play. We'll do something different.
We all know it's Bob.
Written on my forehead.
Can I do one more thing?
Yeah, she's still a victim.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So, is there anyone here who knows do you know the time that you're born?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know the time she's born?
No.
Okay. Jay,
know
do you
that.
know?
I do not.
And do you know?
I have no clue.
This will be the last thing that I will do. We'll try. All
Okay.
right. Does someone has a regular watch that you can take off the heads and just move it? Otherwise, I'll just took mine. You don't? Jay, do you have a watch?
No.
Nobody has a watch. Okay. Who didn't play? Everybody played already.
Yeah.
Okay. So you wanted to play again?
Sure.
Okay.
I want to see if you can guess the first girl I kissed. That's amazing.
I'll do that. I'll
All
do that
right.
offline
We
if you
already
want
said
to.
it was Bob.
Yeah. Okay. So if I take my watch here, right now it's 7:15.
All
Okay.
right.
Am I right? Okay. So you can take the watch and you can basically change the time and change the time and change the time. And because you have no idea of the time she is thinking of,
Right.
okay, you can't even play along or whatever. Okay. So you're going to take the watch like this and you're going to slowly so you can come a little bit closer. Just come closer here. Very
He
good.
doesn't bite.
Okay, just with both hands. So you take the
Okay,
watch like this,
got
and
it.
with the other aid, you very good. Okay, now Jay, you don't know the time she is
I do
thinking
not.
of. Okay, whenever you want, so he's changing the time. Whenever you want, say stop.
Stop.
Okay, you can push the button. Okay, we can hear the here. Okay, and give me your hand like this. All right, and put the other hand on the top. Very good. Okay, now I would like you to concentrate on the time you're thinking of. Okay, and concentrate on the hours first. Okay, and just look at me right here. First of all, do you know if you know if it's AM or PM? I'm getting something in the evening. Does it make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm getting something between something between 8 and 11 o'clock. Does it make sense to you?
Yes.
And I see the minutes almost on the top, so it's probably between 50 and 60. Does it make sense to you?
Yes.
Yes. For the first time, can you tell us the time you're thinking of out loud? You didn't say it to nobody, is that right?
Right.
Okay. What is the time you're thinking of?
You want me to say it?
Yes, please.
9:51.
9:51. Can you look at the watch, please? Open your hand. And more or less. More or less.
Holy shit.
Is it really 9:51?
Look.
Yeah.
It's
That's wild.
9:51 right here. 9:51. You stopped the watch at the time that she was secretly thinking of right
Wow. The best day of all your lives. 9:51.
Wow.
there. Wow.
July 25th.
That's something.
It's crazy.
All right. See if we can guess the first girl I kissed. All right.
You-
It was a woman.
Was a woman?
All right.
Jay, do we have time to do that right
Oh,
now?
yeah, absolutely.
We'll need a little
Ain't going
proof,
anywhere.
okay?
I gotta see this for myself.
Is that a common name or?
Is it a common name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to imagine this square here. Okay, right there. Okay, you're
Okay.
going to write down, so we'll have a proof later on, but I don't want the camera to see. Write down the first name of the person you're thinking of, all right?
Okay.
Okay, but don't let anybody see. Okay, I'm closing my eyes right there. Okay, and I will just need you to come a little bit closer to me. Okay, usually I don't do things twice, but you got it? Okay, come close. Okay, just put your
Okay.
microphone here. Just bring it right there.
All
Okay,
right.
I don't want to see it. Just take put it right there on the middle of the other ones. Very good. And take the marker, please.
Okay.
Right there. Okay, and give me your hand. Okay. Right there. Just show me your hands right here. Okay. And this was not. I didn't plan to do that. I didn't ask you to just challenge me on
No,
this.
I know, but I'm just
you're just
blown away.
challenging me on
Yeah.
this right down. Here we go. Okay. So what is the last time that you saw that person, more or less?
Let's see, 38. Probably 20 years ago.
20 years ago. Okay. Are you in a relationship right now?
Yes.
Okay. So is that okay for me to reveal that name?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Grown adult.
Can I take this paper here?
Yes.
I'm improvising something here. Have you
Yes.
heard about how do we call this? It's when the body is disconnected from the brain. It's called automatic writing. Have you heard
Okay.
about that?
No. But
Okay,
I'll
so
play along.
you're just going to hold my wrist. Just hold my wrist.
Hold your
there.
wrist.
Yeah, you can do it with the other
All
hand.
right.
So basically, I have a piece of paper for people who are watching at home, and I just took the marker right there. And he's holding my wrist, but he's not going to help me writing down anything.
Okay.
You just allow your hand to move as I'm talking to you right
Yeah.
now. Very good. And just concentrate on that name that you have right there. I'm not even watching what I am doing right now. I'm just looking at you. Very good. Oh, there's a letter I. Yeah, there's a letter I somewhere in the middle of that name. I'm telling you. You
Oh
can
yeah.
say yes or no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you don't say yes or no, then
Oh, I
people
don't
don't
know.
know if I'm
Yeah,
right
I don't
or
know if
not.
I'm supposed to say
Here we
anything
go.
or not.
All right. Look, can you just close your eyes for a second? I wrote down a name here.
Okay.
I'm going to show it to. Okay, before you even say it. Okay. Now.
Can I open my eyes?
Yeah, you can open your eyes. Okay. I just have something here for you.
All right.
And before you open it, can you please tell us what is? So is that the first kiss, or what was your first?
Yeah.
Okay. What was her name?
Danielle.
Danielle, can you open this and tell us?
Wow.
what I wrote down?
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Bravo.
Very cool.
Merci.
Bravo, sir.
So are you doing stuff online so people can watch
No.
to pass the time?
No, I don't.
Yeah. You just
Actually, I
I
haven't
don't
been.
think you can.
I haven't.
you could do some stuff.
Yeah, I haven't been performing for a long time, and actually, that was the first. I haven't been performing this for 9 months. I was a little bit scared. I say, can I still do that? And,
If I had underwear, I'd throw them at you right now.
Danielle, where is she right now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her in 20 years. She's
That's
very
awesome.
pretty
What
girl.
a great trick. It's
Thank you.
fantastic. Let's give it up for Frederick De
Thank
Silva,
you very
everybody.
much. Yeah. Paranormal at
Awesome.
Bally's, and you can follow me on social media, Instagram, Paranormal Las Vegas. Paranormal Las Vegas.
And when the show comes back, you gotta go because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. Yeah, and it's a lot of proximity with the audience. The show is about people, so it's about audience.
When did you learn
participation.
like you could do it? Like what kind of how do you? I should say how do you know you can do it?
Well, I was intrigued by magic and traditional magic when I was 5. And Santa Claus gave me a magic box, and I believed a lot in Santa Claus. And it's like God for when you're a child.
Right.
He can read your mind. He knows what's the perfect gift
Hold
for
on.
you.
Santa doesn't exist?
It does. And he gave me this magic box, and I thought that he had chosen me to be special or to be a performer, and then I start performing, and this is what I wanted to do. So I was going at school when I was a child, and after school I was taking my bicycle and go to restaurants and work for tips, and then I was going back home. I wake up at 4 a.m. to do my homework for school, and I did that for 10, 15 years. And then I was the youngest professional magician in France, and then I won lots and lots of awards. And my dream was to have a show in Las Vegas. It's always been the only thing that I wanted to. So it took me 15 years. During 15 years, I was people were telling me no, and I was taking a flight and go back to France, work for 1 month, get $1,000, and I could fly back here. And people told me no.
It's like
and
the Force.
And I did
Yeah.
that for 15 years.
Was it weird? Was it weird when you got a show in Vegas and then you walk right out and you turn around and you see the Eiffel Tower? Like, oh, come on! I just got into this place.
It's good stuff, man. A lot of. So hopefully the shows come back soon.
It will. It will.
We get over this very soon.
I was at Bally's today, and I meet them every day. I mean, as soon as it will be possible to reopen, we'll be here for a long
Awesome.
time, hopefully. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Can't
We'll
wait.
give it up for Frederick De
Thank you
Silva
very
one more
much.
time. It was awesome.
And
That was awesome.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yes,
Yeah.
you too.
I'll see you soon.
I'm sure we'll see
Thank
each
you,
other while
guys,
we're still
and
locked
thank
down.
you for listening. Thank you for the invite.
All
Thank
right,
you.
and
All the best.
we'll be back, everybody.
Thank you, guys.